I was buried in my car by a mudslide. To keep from suffocating, I grabbed a screwdriver and stabbed it toward the shattered glass on the roof. But the next second, muddy water gushed through the hole. I quickly stuffed tissues in to block it. It slowed the flow for a while, but the air was still running out. Then I noticed the steel pipe under the seat. I tore the chair apart, pulled the pipe out, capped one end with a bottle lid and forced it upward toward the roof. But the soil was too thick. A 6-foot pipe couldn't break through the ground. Panic set in, so I added a second pipe and pushed again. Even when both were fully extended, they still couldn't pierce through. I connected a third one and used every bit of my strength to drive it upward, but this time something blocked it. No matter how hard I pushed, it wouldn't move. My hands split open. Blood ran down the metal pipe. I was on the verge of collapse, but I couldn't die. I had to live, so I slung my backpack over my shoulder, and with one last burst of strength, I pushed again. After endless struggle, the pipe finally broke through the heavy soil. Air poured in. I took a deep breath and told myself I can't die yet. I still have to make that cruel man pay. Just days ago, I found out my husband was cheating with my best friend. They wanted to steal my company, so they lured me to the foot of a landslide zone, then left my unconscious body locked alone in the car and watched as the mud swallowed me whole. When I finally woke up, I tried to roll down the window, but outside was nothing but dirt. Then the sunroof collapsed. Muddy water started pouring in. I grabbed tape to seal the crack, snapped an umbrella, and used the metal ribs to brace the roof, barely holding it together. Then I pounded on the windows for help, but no one answered. My last bit of water was gone. Then I remembered my phone, but there was no signal. Still, I believed my husband would come save me. What I didn't know was that he and my best friend were in front of the cameras, pretending to mourn me, even holding a fake memorial when my assistant suggested a rescue. My husband stopped everyone, saying it was too dangerous because of the landslide. He even pulled out a pen, pretending he'd end his life in guilt, only for my best friend to stop him dramatically, putting on a show for sympathy. But my assistant wasn't fooled. Meanwhile, I suddenly realized the three of us had been in the same car. So why was I the only one trapped? That's when it hit me. My husband of 5 years and my trusted friend had planned to kill me all along, and I had been blind to it. Now I refused to die like this. I had to survive. Even if it meant drinking the filthy, muddy water, I used my mouth to catch it, then filled the empty water bottle. It was half full when I started to feel dizzy. To stay awake, I slapped myself hard, telling myself not to sleep. Then I tore open a sanitary pad, pulled out the cotton inside, stuffed it into the bottle, opening, wrapped it with my sock and a hair tie, used my eyebrow razor to cut another bottle in half, and made a crude water filter, drop by drop. The muddy water seeped through the cotton. It was still dirty, but better than before. Time passed, and the oxygen grew thinner. For revenge, I had to stay alive. I tried every possible way to connect the car with the outside air. Finally, when I pierced through the soil again, a ray of sunlight shone through the small hole. I smiled, but that smile carried nothing but cold hatred.